Okay friends, some of you asked for it, so I thought I'd do a little tutorial about how to land an airplane. First you see this video and can make up your mind what would you do in that situation. Where's the airstrip? How do I get there? What do I do? Where could I panic? Am I safe? Will I be too far or too short? There's trees. The trees are coming near. And now it's coming in very fast, very fast. This is a moment where I could panic. But somehow you're flying and flying and flying, nothing happens. But then, at some point, the plane is on the ground. But this is not all. You have to keep your track right to the end. Don't push the brakes too hard. Keep your direction and then leave that track, and everybody will applaud you if you get it managed. So what happened? This is a typical pattern you're flying. You see the blue strip, you're starting in the direction down there, then you're doing a right turn, reaching the altitude for this pattern. In the middle of this downwind, I put in the flaps, and that's about 1,000 feet there, and start a sort of descent. And at that point you see there where the crosses are, this is where the video might start. This is the base, and you do another right turn and go to the final and get to the ground. You're gonna see that from this cross there. This is the cross where I'm starting in the base, and try to keep the speed, but not too much, because I have to kill the speed in the end and look out for the airport, and then I crawl in a right curve to bring the plane into the very precise direction of the airstrip. You can overshoot or undershoot it depending on the wind situation, but this is it. And at that moment the final starts. The stable approach, angle and speed must be right. Estimate your speed, your angle of your direction, the runway length, the runway width, the surface. But keep it like that. You see, like flying on a straight line. But there are these trees, and this is suboptimal. I know this place, so this is not a problem for me, but will be one for you. But at that point, once I'm over the trees, you see, this is the threshold where I put the throttle to 0 and do this sort of round out this little curve to about 10 and 20 feet. And then I get into a flare and holding the plane and look out for the horizon to hold it. You're going to see this right now. This is the round out, and then I keep it up and don't climb again, or don't push the nose wheel into the ground. This is a very hard thing to do, to keep it like that and kill all the energy. You know, the throttle is to 0 from that place anyway, but you have to kill all the energy, and it always depends on how long the runway is. Of course, the end is coming nearer quite fast. If something happens, you have to do a go-around, of course. And the landing is only over that moment when you're leaving the runway, yes. You have this pattern again. So blah, 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 downwind, base, final, and then stable approach. Watch out for all these problems you might have if the wind's coming from one direction or the other. And there are millions of things that can happen. So no landing is like the other. It's just a matter of experience. I've got about 1,000 or even more landings right now, and each landing is different. In the end, when you see those trees there, you might think I'm going to crash in there. I'm going very flat. Normally you get higher if you have wind from the front. In this case there is no wind. So I have a very low approach, and the camera angle is showing as if I'm going into the trees, but I know this situation and it's high above these trees. It's enough, yes, and this is where I put out the throttle and go down there. And then you have to keep calm and not panicking, and you see this little stick movements I'm doing there. Just keep it like that. You have some sort of ground effect sometimes. So mostly it works. If it doesn't work, go around immediately. There's nothing to show off, especially when it's starting to bump. There's people who are bumping and try to pull it down, do it 3 times, and that's it, yes. So I hope this is helpful. It's not perfect what I've done here, but you get a little impression, and next is try it for yourself. Good luck.